Hi, welcome back to Mass Effect. We're actually looking like a team. We're looking coordinated. This isn't how I'm used to starting. Alright. We're on Noveria. We have to go meet someone. I'm a little hazy. It's very early in the morning. Well, it's early in the morning at this point. I don't remember her name. I think it was the secretary, right? Who gave us the tip-off about the person who could give us information. But she wants us to talk to her before we talk to the guy who gave us the information. Who's going to give us a garage pass so we can leave to go to the facility where Matriarch Benezir is. Simple. Okay, so that's the man. And then this is the lady that wanted us to talk to her.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs.
What do you want?
The executive board knows about Ananias' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keen to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
Why don't you ask Keen directly?
I'm Ananias' secretary. You'd think he'd believe me? That he'd meet me in some dark alley with his evidence?
I thought corruption was the rule on Noveria.
The rule is don't rock the boat. Self-interest is tolerated if it doesn't interfere with business. Ananias is driving customers away.
You work for Ananias. Can't you just take his records?
He's a crook, not a moron. He doesn't keep logs on his computer saying, this month I stole 3 million credits. Keen's testimony and records are everything I need to prove Ananias' guilt in one package.
I need Keen's garage pass to complete my mission.
You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
Ananias is dirty. It might be best to help her.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
All right. I'll talk to Keen and see if I can convince him.
Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
I mean, it seems in keeping with our character that we try. You know, either way we get what we want, so it makes sense to do the good way. And I do really want to see that guy get arrested.
Full insurance, paid vacation, subsidized housing. After a year, I'd start getting stock options.
You hear about the resort they've got here? At the equator. Bounce backing, diving, and a credit...
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
I finished the job, but an internal affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Ananias.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it. I have no interest in a public spectacle.
If necessary, yes. Do what I tell you to, or Ananias will find what he's looking for.
It is good to have all our cards on the table. I regret that you have a better hand. Very well, I will testify. Make whatever arrangements you need with your contact. I will wait here.
Alright. I chose the intimidate option there, although I think the charm one was maybe more in our character. I don't know. Well, maybe not. We are supposed to be a kind of hard, get the job done at all costs. Not at all costs, but get the job done. I think either would have been fine in this situation. A lot of back and forth in this place. Like, unlike the Citadel, this feels a lot more empty to me, personally. Where's the door? Like, I know it's an older game and there's limitations, but this just feels the snowstorm, though. That's nice.
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
It took some persuasion, but Keen has agreed to testify.
That's a world of stress off my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport. I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can be alright.
I'll leave you to your work.
Not so fast, hero. You need to get into the garage, don't you? To head up to Peak 15? While you were working on Keen, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest.
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
Can we snoot around in his office now? Got it. Ooh. Sounds like it'll be helpful for my mission. Or, you know, just for me. Blah blah blah. Spectre, official business. Excuse me, coming through. Okay, so we got our pass. What else did we need to do? I don't think there was anything, right? The Hanar up there. Yeah, not much else going on here. Oh, I thought that was a garage symbol. That's not a garage symbol. That's a garage symbol. You got anything new to say?
I heard the administrator's been arrested. Any chance you had something to do with that?
That was an internal affairs investigator working for the executive board.
Internal affairs inspectors all at once, eh? Ananias is having a bad week. So what can I do for you today?
You seem like you have an ear to the ground. What's happening around here?
There's the problems up on Peak 15. Synthetics Insights was shut down by Ananias, and the matriarch came through.
What sort of problems are there at Peak 15?
Don't know. There's a blizzard up there, but we've had those before. Never cut the satellite uplinks before. 15's always had a lousy reputation. Nobody talks about what they do there. And everyone sent up comes back a little quieter.
Do you know where that matriarch is now?
You looking for her? She took a shuttle to Peak 15 before we lost contact.
I have to go.
You
All
need
right.
anything? I'll be here.
Access to the garage is restricted.
I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Alutsk Valley.
No one noticed these guys just chilling around here.
I'd say these are what the matriarch had in mind.
Can't even see it. Ah.
What are these things? Fan out and secure the area. No one gets in or out.
No. Thought that was Liara. Then I get. Oh, it's our friend. Didn't we kill you? Killed someone.
What did you do here, Commander?
The Geth ambushed us. We fought back. That's it.
Geth, you expect me to... Where did they come from?
If I were to guess, the matriarch packed them in the shipping container she arrived with.
I don't believe that. We did thorough scans of those. There were no power sources, no element zero masses. If Benezia Sama's containers were packed with these things, there are many more out there.
We may be seeing a lot more of these things in the coming months.
For 3 centuries, everyone has said the Geth don't come out of the Veil. What is happening out there? I must report to the executive board. If word gets out about loose Geth, there may be an investor panic.
Okay, well, gonna go to my car now if you don't mind. How did our car get here? You know what? Let's not worry about it. Don't ask the difficult questions, you know? Level 1 hazard. What does that mean? What level do I need to be worried? Okay, pretty straightforward. I feel like I'm getting the hang of driving safely. Or at least in the direction I want. Can't help but notice there's a big red dot.
Cover me.
Okay. Goes back in the car. I will turn this vehicle around. Oh, it's a turret? No? Well, she. Oh. Ooh. Wow, that was weird. Ooh. Don't like this. Not when I overheated. Another one of these guys.
En route.
Mia crates. We'll check all our gear and stuff at the end. Usual. Yeah. Come on, I was just bragging about how much better I'm getting at this. I like the landscape. Like the snow and the mountain. It's very nice. Ooh. Who are these turrets here for? Like, if this is just a business planet, why are there turrets? Like, on the highway. Rocket turrets. Like a speed camera, but worse. See it on the map, but see where it was. $500 XP for taking those out is pretty good. Make sure we get them all. Aha, we're here. Thing. You think there's enemies inside? Oh, nope, can't drop a save. Okay. Hopefully we don't die. How do we open door? Oh.
Now I'm ready.
Up I got now. Alright, I can't see. No, guys, come on. Do everything.
User alert. All Peak 15 facilities have suffered a great deal of damage.
Okay.
Biohazard materials present throughout facility. Virtual intelligence user interface offline.
We'll need to get the reactors back online.
Okay. Any idea how to do that, Garrus? Any insights? Control Alt Delete, maybe? Control Shift Escape? Or maybe we'll just shoot it.
Why are the turrets facing the wrong way?
They want to keep their people in as much as they want to keep others out.
I was just gonna ask that. I'm not 100% sure what dictates what we can and can't open. We feeling team? Feeling positive? Feeling good?
Hostile contact!
What was that?
Animals, wind. This place is in bad shape.
Ugh. Like a
Finally, some action.
Dead Space kind of creature. Stuck on a table. Hmm. Don't mind me, just gonna quickly check the logs here. Personal logs, Administrator Tartakovsky. This is the last time. No more will I use that transport carrier. 3 shipments we lose in the Macedon system in 1 month. They are too stupid or too slow. If only Gregor still ran his shipments, he would get what I need, and no mercenaries would dare stop him. Okay. Weren't we just in the Macedon system? Ow.
What were those things?
Xenobiology is not my field. Maybe someone in the labs knows.
Excuse me? Ah. Ah. Held it. Oh, is it invisible? No, I just born. It's a little weird.
All targets down.
Now it gets fun.
We got them all, Shepard.
Sorry.
A backup power system, Commander. It must be for the station's mainframe.
Critical startup error. Virtual intelligence user interface offline. Manual boot required.
So I guess this is the only way. Or not. BI Core appears inoperational. You can attempt to manually reconfigure the databanks or use Omnigel. Oh, it's one of these. Transfer module stack to... Okay. Go this way first, right? Why is your nuclear reactor dependent upon a stacking puzzle?
It looks like you're trying to restore this facility. Would you like help?
How do I shut this thing up?
This system is monitored to respond to the name Mira. May I ask your name?
Commander Shepard, I work for the Citadel's Special Tactics and Reconnaissance.
One moment, please. Council authority confirmed. You are entitled to secure access of all systems. Please note that queries relating to corporate secrets require privileged access. Privileged access is only available to Binary Helix executives. This system is ready to process queries. You may access me at any holographic interface within Peak 15.
I need to find Matriarch Benezia.
Lady Benezia departed on the passenger tramway to the Rift Station subsidiary labs. User alert. The tramway system is currently inoperable.
What's the situation here?
One moment, please. Diagnostics in progress. Critical failure. Main reactor shutdown in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Critical failure. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger tram systems are offline. Report complete. Do you have an additional system status query?
What are the landlines and why are they disabled?
The landlines connect my mainframes here at Central Station to the various sub-facilities of Peak 15. This allows the crew to remotely access my databases from the comfort and security of their labs. When emergency protocols were implemented within the hot labs, the cabling was automatically ejected.
How do I reconnect the landlines?
The landlines are designed for easy reconnection. The router for the landlines is on the roof of operations. Simply activate the controls and the hardware will reconnect and reboot automatically.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
There's an elevator. Wasn't it on this
User
floor?
alert. Landline connections are disabled.
No, I guess not.
Passenger trams are offline.
Wait, yeah. This is... Can we press this thing now? Everything's open now. Okay. Oh, this is just on. Okay, so... What was this too? Yeah, we'll work it out. We'll probably have to go to all of these anyway.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Now entering main reactor. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
Root around in the trash real quick.
Take cover! Powering up!
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
Happening. I panic healed.
User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
I missed. Ow.
Shields
Oh, wow. And destroyed it.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required.
Oh no, that's my
User
team.
alert.
Shoot my own team.
Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
The HE3 fuel line's cut.
Press the button. I think I fixed it.
Metagel deployed.
Just healing up our team.
Alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
No, jammed. I feel like there's an enemy. Yeah, there is. Oh, it's stuck in the floor again. There we go.
Perimeter secured.
How we doing? Where else was there to go?
User alert. Landline
Yes, I heard
connections
you.
are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
But I guess the... Ooh. I missed that one. The elevator that was on the other side here. They'll probably do something.
Now exiting to the roof. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
You think the passenger trams are offline? Just have a sneaking suspicion. Don't know why. Oh boy.
User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
No.
I think we're done here.
Oh, that was it. They did the repairs to peak 15. Lucky us. Hey. Those. Any other good stuff? This is a big room. I think they'd have a few more crates lying around. Look like it though. Alright, well, back down. And now we can go to the trains.
Now entering decontamination and transit hub. User alert. Loose contaminants in the decontamination chamber. Access to passenger tramways inadvisable.
Inadvisable but not impossible. Oh, that's a lot of dots.
They're locked in.
The door could be finessed. It appears that the trams to the subsidiary stations are beyond it.
Control group loosen the... They're in... Can't escape. The tunnels now. We're sorry. The leads couldn't get to the struck. Get out while you can.
He killed himself because he was part of whatever happened here?
He must have felt there was no hope of surviving, that killing himself would be easier.
Well, let's give this a go. A little trickier, but probably manage it. Does. Yeah, look, 25 gel. That's worth it. Still gonna be a bunch more though.
Now it gets fun.
Ow. That one didn't explode. A nice little waiting area. I think they have snacks.
Area secure. Departing Central Station. Destination, Rift Station. Now arriving at Rift Station, Binary Helix Research Facility.
Hey, there isn't immediately enemies everywhere, which makes me more nervous for some reason. Staff. Okay. Get when I don't have to make decisions. That's nice. That's a good symbol. I'm disappointed with the lack of quippy comments we're getting in the elevator.
Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
Can those things work at train's controls?
Hell if I know. I'm not assuming any goddamn thing. Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't shoot, but I'd like to know who you are.
Commander Shepard, Systems Alliance Navy. My crew came up from Hanshan.
Didn't figure you space jockeys liked getting mud on your boots. The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han Olar got out, and he ain't all there anymore. The first we knew, the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
We've never seen anything like them. What do you know?
I'm no xenobiologist. They're fast, vicious, and there's a hell of a lot of them. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
Venezia. Is she still over there?
I don't know. I don't see what one person could do.
A matriarch has the skill to keep herself alive for a long time.
There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card will let you activate it. Can take you down to the hot labs. Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
You're certain the matriarch is still in the hot labs?
She hasn't come back here. You came through Central Station, so she ain't there.
Did the aliens come from inside the facility, or did they attack from the outside?
You want my personal opinion? Labs like that exist to do stupid crap that gets people killed.
Okay.
Tell me about the structure of the hot labs.
It's built into one of the glaciers further down the mountain. Real old, thick, stable one. Something goes wrong, they heat it up and sink it into the ice. Normally, the crew gets to the labs using a tram from Central Station. We've got an elevator that connects directly, but it's for emergency use only. Listen. I'm not sending my people down there. It's too dangerous. You understand?
What can you tell me about the aliens?
Ask Dr. Olar. He's the only one who made it out of the hot labs. He's the only Volus left in here.
I've got work to do.
Yeah, I hear that. Hell! Man the perimeter!
Take cover! Thanks for the help. Every few hours, a group comes up the tram tunnel. It's actually better since we locked down the elevator.
They always attack here? It's an obvious kill zone.
Their only other option is over the mountain and down through the ducts, and they freeze like everyone else. I don't know why they keep throwing themselves against our defenses. Even animals should learn not to stick their noses where it hurts.
See, I think we can go down to the hot labs, but let's see what we can find out. This place is a lot bigger than I was expecting. I see a shop. Look at this.
Where did they come from? Were they in the lab? I never went in the high security areas.
Why do they call you sick scientist? Because you're really good, or you do some real questionable things?
What? No! Sorry, I haven't had much sleep since the attack. Is there something you need?
I'm looking for an Asari.
Asari? Well, there's Dr. Ialis over there. There's also our guest, Lady Benezia. Captain Ventralis might know where she is.
What do you know about the hot labs?
Nothing, I didn't work there. As far as I know, Han Olar was the only survivor.
Is he in the medical ward?
No, he's staying in the science team's quarters. Be gentle with him. He had a trying experience.
I'll talk to you later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
Got a smoke? We're all out.
Science pukes. Should just bug out and leave them to die. All their fault anyway.
What?
Do you know Matriarch Benezia?
Why ask me and not your friend?
Because I do not know anything about the matriarch.
Then why would I?
Yeah.
You seem less upset about this situation than the others.
That is one of the virtues of the meditation you interrupted.
You're a member of the science teams.
Recently transferred, yes.
What do you do here?
Molecular genetics. I specialize in biotic-enhanced allele-specific hybridization.
Sorry, I'll leave.
Then I will return to my meditations.
Made me feel real dumb. Not gonna lie. Okay. Hi.
Uncertain. I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious to know what you're doing here.
I was sent here to find an Asari matriarch.
Surprised? One has visited recently. Furtively. There are rumors she has gone to the hot lab. For now, with forced cheer, I still have a limited supply of equipment to sell.
Let's have a look.
Regretfully, most of my stock is being appropriated by Captain Ventralis.
Oh my god. You just want me to hand over 200,000 credits? What do I look like? Oh, I can get one of these though. Give me that. Certa Foundation license for the Normandy quarter. Sure. I think that lets the quartermaster sell certain things. Alright, I'm not going to look at this now, but I might come back to you. Now that we're actually racking up some money, and probably start looking at buying some upgrades. Gonna be an elevator. Oh my god. Like, why is this bigger than the rest of the facility? Couple of scientists. Looking. I know he's right there. I just want to, ransack the place first. Oh yeah.
So this hydrogen atom says to another hydrogen, I lost my electron.
You came to find out about them, didn't you?
And you would be?
We know who he is.
I'm Olar. Han Olar.
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
Rachni? That's preposterous.
You're involved in this. What can you tell me?
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg. Waiting since the last battles. They brought it here.
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
I don't have any control over who lives or dies here. Do you?
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Crazy? I'm sane. God, am I sane?
I need to know everything about the Rachni.
I told you all I can. We brought the Rachni back from the dead. In retrospect, a bad decision.
I heard you were at the hot labs. How did you make it out alive?
I killed her.
Who?
Doctors on Muir. We were going to lunch when the alarms went off. I ran into the tram, and I closed the doors. She banged on the window once, then they sliced her to pieces. Her head came apart like a melon. I closed the door. I killed her.
Tell me what you know. I'll make your survival mean something.
You think I want absolution? There is none.
Could Matriarch Benezia survive in the hot labs?
It's possible. The specimens were sensitive to biotics.
No, that's good to know.
Now.
Yeah.
Can we actually go to maintenance? It looks like it's locked, but never know. No, need authorization. Means we're probably going to have to come back once we get authorization.
You're not part of the crew.
Call me Shepard. I'm a Spectre sent by the Citadel.
There aren't any human Spectres. Look, Plague doesn't care who you are. This lab is under quarantine. I told you to leave.
Alright. There's also a plague. Plague and insects. What's going on here? Science gone mad. Hi. I wanted to stand closer to you than normal. Is that okay? Uh-huh. Holding out on me, I see. And we're going to be overflowing with gear. Okay, maybe this place isn't as huge as I initially thought. Okay, to the restricted area. In the restricted area. Hello?
Warning. Watchdog protocol is active.
I don't know what that means. I mean, this seems like a terrible idea. But I'm curious. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Okay. We handled it. Uh-oh. What have I done? Have I killed everyone? Oh, I feel real bad about this. Ow. Was that you? Hold on. I didn't mean to. I'm real sorry. Oh no, what have I done? So sorry. Oh no, why? No, I don't want to kill you all. I'm so sorry. No, I have to reload. I can't. This... I didn't realize. I'm sorry. But I need to save. I need to save because if it takes me back all the way, that's gonna be real sad. Okay, let's get out. Don't want to know what's here. You're still a shop. Will you still just...
Nervously, I will keep my head down.
Oh, please don't. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, please. Please, sir. I just want to go home. Team, I'm so sorry. This isn't how I wanted to do things. But I need to be able to save. I can't save. Why can't I save? Please let me save. But don't auto-save. Gonna do a save just in case. Then we're gonna load back to the auto-save. And everyone's gonna be alive. And I'm not gonna have made a mistake. Okay. Okay. I can work with this. I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna go around and redo, you know, the stuff that we just did in that alternate timeline. And we're not gonna go in the door that says do not enter. I hope you'll join me next time. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Goodbye.